to take you to visit the HIK Vision. It's a camera company, and let's see how its supply chain works. Come on, let's go.
I want to know what about your perspective about the company. Can you tell us more about the company?
Okay, HIK Vision USA started from 2007, and we started in Dallas, Texas. We moved to California seat of industry in 2009. Okay, the company started with only 4 people here.
4 people.
And all sales. And now we have about 300 people, and we have 2 facilities. We have actually 3 facilities. We have 2 facilities in California. You can see this warehouse. This is the main West Coast distribution center. We have an RMA center just like a couple miles down the road. And we have another East Coast distribution center in Miami.
Did you do actually production in the United States, or did you do it like outside the United States?
The manufacturer is actually in China.
It's in China.
Correct.
So all the production is in China, and then you bring it inside the United States.
Correct.
So how do you actually do the transportation and then everything?
Okay, it's a little bit different. The headquarters of HIK Vision is actually our source company. So HIK Vision USA purchased the product through HIK Vision China. We consider ourselves as a customer of the headquarters, basically. Okay. So purchasing wise, we issue POs and we give to China. So they will process the PO through production. And once the product's finished, we arrange transportations, either ocean freight or air freight, and bring them over here, and also bring them to Miami.
Nice. So I'm interested in the business. So I heard from Charlene that this business is actually B2B business kind of thing, right? So how do you actually get the customer, and then how do you actually plan like the shipping until right to the customer?
We have different categories. There are sales who maintain a relationship with the channels, and there are sales who will engage with installers or end users for projects. For example, if a hotel wants to buy 500 cameras, we will engage with the project, we bid a project. If we earn a project, we will work with the distributions or channel.
Okay.
So the customer will purchase the equipment through channel.
So when you're saying that, I'm interested in when you say there is like one unit that actually specializes in maintaining the relationship between the channel. So what kind of cost that actually occur?
Well, it's not really a cost. Well, think about it. Channels, they do have their own store. For instance, just imagine Best Buy. For example, you will sell your product to Best Buy. Best Buy has its own store.
Right.
People still walk into the live store to buy the product. Right.
Right.
So not only we earn the project through the end user customer or the installers, we're also running promotions, flyers. We give maybe a discount at a certain period of time
To the Best Buy.
promote our product,
Oh, yeah.
kind of thing. Right. So having a good relationship with the channel customer, we can have a better shelf spot. For example, if you have a long store, you want your product in front.
Right.
So people, when they walk
That's
in,
the first thing they see.
this first thing they see, right? And also, by having a better relationship, you can have more shelf space. So we can display more products. That's also somewhat relationship that we need to maintain with our channel customers.
So how to communicate with supplier about the purchasing process, and what kind of information system you're using?
Okay, let's talk about purchasing first. Before we start purchasing, let me give you an idea about what kind of system we use, because that helps you to understand. We use SAP in HIK Vision. Okay, the SAP server, the main server, is actually in China, headquarters also. Okay, so the branch office, like here in US, we have limited access. So when we request inventory to headquarters, we basically fill out a PO form, a purchase order form. When headquarters receive this request, they will enter this information in SAP, become a SAP purchase order.
I see.
Okay. This purchase order will transform into a sales order, but keep in mind earlier, like I said, we are customer through to headquarters. So when we try to buy something from headquarters has to create a sales order form to sell to us. Okay. So the sales order will convert into a production order because you have to produce the product. So the planners in headquarters, when they receive the request, they look at the sales order. They say, "Oh yeah, we need to create 10 cameras, 5 DVRs." Excuse me. And then the planners will, based on materials availability, raw materials availability, they will based on the production capacity, and also if there's any priority that has to cutting line to set a production schedule. So this work order will then turn to production. Production team will, based on this work order, to get raw materials. It can be the lens, the box, the screws, the chipsets, wires, connectors, etc. And then they bring the raw materials to the production line, and they just produce the cameras or DVRs. Once the finished goods is finished, each product will assign a serial number, go through packaging. Different branch office will have its own localization requirements. Like here, you have to have English label, right? A Chinese label doesn't work.
So how do you predict the demand then?
You mean the sales forecast?
Yeah.
The inventory demand comes from several sources. Okay, one is customer provider forecast. They will give us a list, maybe a 3-month, 6-month, 12-month rolling forecast to let us know, hey, this is this model. I'm predicting how many items I needed, how many units I needed for each month. That's one. Two, we sometimes get a project. Say, for example, a sales earned a school project. They need 500 cameras, and it will give us a deadline. Oh, I have to have it by April 1st. So we have to bring in this model if we don't have inventory from headquarters to here in Los Angeles by maybe a week before the deadline.
Right. The lead time, right?
Yes. And three is we review the item sold history, which is like run rate. Say, for instance, the last 5 months, I have this item. I sold maybe 500 units average per month. So that will tell me that I have to have X amount of units on hand of safety stock, while I'm still bringing the inventory from headquarters, but I have maintained X amount of units here. So when customer order it, I don't run out of inventory. So there are 3 key factors